Somewhere between the glow of a gas station sign and the silence of an empty highway, I started wondering if 2025 was the year a driverless car quietly stopped shouting and learned how to whisper instead. And I didn't think an SUV would be the thing to make me feel that. But one of these did, right near the end, in a way I honestly wasn't ready for. You know, that feeling when the road is empty enough that every throttle input feels personal, like the machine is answering only to you, not the world. Not the traffic, just you and whatever memory you brought along for the ride. That's the kind of night this is. Because cars like the GLE 63 and the X5M don't really make sense on paper anymore. Not in a world that keeps talking about range, silence, and software updates like they matter more than heartbeat, and yet here they are. Still loud, still complicated, still a little bit unreasonable in the most beautiful way possible. The Mercedes feels like the kind of power that wears a tailored suit even when nobody's watching. The door closing with that heavy, confident thud that reminds you luxury used to mean weight, not just screens. You ease into the throttle and it doesn't jump at you. It gathers itself first. Like it knows strength doesn't need to rush to prove anything. It actually reminded me of an old E-Class my uncle had when I was a kid, back when me felt like a secret handshake instead of a badge everyone recognizes from 3 lanes away. But then you press deeper, and the calm disappears in this smooth, almost unfair surge that feels too composed for something this fast. And that makes you wonder, when did speed start feeling this polite? Somewhere in that pull, you realize Mercedes isn't trying to scare you anymore, it's trying to convince you to stay. Maybe that's what luxury performance has become. Not adrenaline, but persuasion. The price creeps into your mind for a second because machines like this cost the kind of money that used to buy supercars with terrible suspensions and even worse reliability, and now it buys heated armrests and acceleration that feels like physics is slightly negotiable. Funny trade, isn't it? Then the BMW steps in with a completely different attitude, like it showed up late on purpose just to make an entrance. The X5M doesn't settle into the road the way the Mercedes does. It grabs it, tightens everything. Reminds you that somewhere deep down BMW still believes driving should feel a little bit like an argument. The steering talks more, maybe even talks too much, but at least it's saying something real instead of filtering the truth through comfort. And for a moment you remember older M cars? The slightly rough ones, the ones that didn't care if passengers complained, the ones that made every grocery run feel like you were getting away with something. This isn't that car anymore, but the ghost of it is still in there if you pay attention. Hit the throttle and the response feels sharper, less diplomatic, like BMW still chasing the idea that control should come with a little tension, which makes you think, are we the last group of people who still want cars to feel imperfect on purpose? Because perfection is everywhere now, and somehow it's getting boring. The BMW rides firmer, corners flatter, breathes heavier when you push it. And there's something honest about that effort, like it refuses to hide the work being done beneath you. The Mercedes hides it better, so the question sneaks in without asking permission. Do you want to feel the power, or just know it's there? Hours pass differently on roads like this, measured more in songs than miles. And somewhere between acceleration runs and quiet cruising you start realizing these two. SUVs are answering completely different questions. One is asking how fast luxury can move without breaking its calm. The other is asking how much driver you can keep inside something this big. And neither question has an easy winner, because winning stopped being simple a long time ago. There's a stretch of highway where the lights disappear for a few seconds. Just darkness and engine noise, and that's where something unexpected happened. Not with the louder one. Not with the sharper one. With the one I thought I already understood. The Mercedes cruising slow, doing nothing dramatic at all, suddenly felt complete in a way performance cars rarely do anymore. Not exciting, not aggressive, just right. And that surprised me more than any launch control number ever could. It made me wonder if the future of driverless cars isn't about being the fastest thing in the lane, but the one you never want to get out of when the drive is over. Still, the BMW leaves a different kind of mark, the kind that lingers in your hands instead of your thoughts, the reminder that driving can still be physical, still a little messy, still something you participate in instead of just experience. Two philosophies, same empty road. And maybe the real question isn't which one is better. Maybe it's which version of yourself shows up when you're behind the wheel. The one who wants silence, confidence, and effortless speed. Or the one who still misses the days when cars asked a little more from you. Because somewhere out there, probably sooner than we think, nights like this might sound very different, quieter, cleaner, maybe even faster. But will they feel the same? I'm not sure. And if the definition of a driver's car really is changing, which of these two do you think understood that first?